Alrighty, watch fans, it is Friday, and yes, the Hotness Picks are still here. Haven't gone anyplace. I know it's been a few weeks, but I've always told you, I'm putting out watches at good prices, deals. I'm not putting out the watches, I'm putting out the deals on watches I think you'll like at prices that are really a deal. And if I don't have anything, I don't post anything. So, I'm not running off to San Luis Obispo or wherever and pumping and dumping a bunch of watches, hoping you'll buy a whole lot of things. I want to bring you real deals. Now, for those of you that follow me, especially on Facebook, if you don't, you should. Invicta.com/InvictaMike. Yes, that's an old name. You can follow me there, as do several thousand people. But I was in Las Vegas this summer at JCK, the second largest watch, clock, and jewelry show in the world, second only to Basel in Switzerland, but was out there with my buddy Craig Hester from Russia Tual and Igor Zubovsky from Vostok Europe. And we were there for, 10 days or so. But I ran into my buddy Matt. You may know him primarily from Ingersoll fame, especially you Shop NBC, Evine customers. And I saw this watch. Now, I posted it on my Facebook page. This is brand spanking new. This is one of the brands that Matt owns and is involved with. And it is a new company, American Design Machine, ADM, which is what you see right there. And this is the first watch. This is in their sport line. It is called the Twin Cities. We'll get into the name in just a second further on into the video, but it has to do with the two big, well, not necessarily big, but the two watch movements, two time zones you see that are being done on this timepiece. And I am, as far as I know, the first ones to bring these to anyone. But when I saw them there, posted them on Facebook, you guys went crazy, and I've got three options for you. Now, first of all, price, $76.50. $76.50. You are going to pay $5 shipping and handling for a total of $81.50. So just to be clear, the watch is $76.50. The price you're going to check out at is $81.50. That includes shipping. In this case, you're going to make the payment through me, and they're going to ship out of Los Angeles. Okay? Orders are going to go in once a day. We've got three options for you. This is the sleek, sexy, almost completely triple black that's been done on there. And the black on the case really kind of plays more as a gunmetal, but we'll get into that in a bit. But what's really cool about this timepiece is it is a triple time zone Ana-Digi. So what do we mean? Ana-Digi, analog and digital. Ana-Digi is the term that you're going to hear. So your first time zone is right here, this subdial, which is operated via this crown at the 3 o'clock position on the case, but you're getting hours, minutes, and seconds on time zone 1. Now you come over here, you've got time zone number 2, right? That's going to be operated via this crown. Again, hours, minutes, and seconds. Both of those are analog, meaning they are quartz movements, quartz three-hand movements. Your third time zone is digital. That is what's going to be displayed here. Then you've got your day of the week, so you can see it is Friday. Month of the year, calendar date. Built into this, you also have a split time quartz chronograph, which I'll show you the operation of later in the video when we get to the first video. I just want to quickly get through these particular options. But you also get a backlight. This is done in the all triple black. 57 millimeter case diameter, again measured this way, not taking into consideration any crowns or function pushers, not this way, but this way. I'm going to call this at about 16, 17 millimeters in thickness, so not terribly thick, that's being done in there. Japanese movements being utilized in that. I'm going to assume Seiko or Miyota, but don't quote me on that, and unfortunately I don't have the information on the movements. Nice dial design that's been done on there. We'll get into all of those things. 24 millimeter wide strap done in silicone, standard buckle, 2 floating, meaning not attached keepers that are on there, so it is going to be very, very comfortable on the wrist. 50 ATM, water resistance been done on there. Hardened impact resistant mineral crystal, fixed bezel, very large open dial that's been done on this particular timepiece. And 2 things to note about this very, very quickly. First of all, you go, okay, the watch is $81.50. It's going to be a crappy watch, right? It's going, you know, you're going to buy it and it's going to break in 6 months. No, no, no. Au contraire, mon frere, as we say in Texas. May have heard that before. 2-year warranty on this timepiece. So that is a nice added surprise. And you don't usually find that, especially you go out into retail at this price point. You're lucky to have any kind of warranty whatsoever. And the other thing is, you would say, okay, well, they cut all these corners, yada, 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 to get down to that price point. And normally, I'd say, yeah, they did. You're right. That's, you know, one of the things that you run into. 316L stainless steel construction, 165 grams. Now, obviously, it's going to be a little bit lighter because it is done on the silicone strap, but 165 grams. This has a nice presence and weight on the wrist, and it is not made out of the jeweler's brass, mystery metal, whatever you want to call it. So this is the option in the black. Let's take a look at the next one. All right, so for option number 2, fire engine racy red, that is going to be this option. Everything else is the same. Now, it's going to stand out a little bit more, and I'm sorry I'm having to fight the glare here, but at least the videos aren't dark. I keep struggling with the lighting on these videos, and trust me, I'm doing my best to make these better. You're still getting, everything else is the same. We're really just talking about some color differences. So you'll notice the way that they've done the quarter markings in the enamel work on the fixed bezel are done in red. All your markings in here are done in red as well. And then, of course, the strap. This is, I believe, luminous hands that are done hour and minute hands on Timezone 1 and 2. Everything about the digital display, as you can see, is exactly the same. There's your date, day of the week, month of the year, blah, blah, blah. Red strap, silicone, 24 millimeters wide, multi-layered dial design, everything else. Now, compared to the triple black, the function pushers and crowns that are located on either side of this watch are done in the stainless steel. So it makes a nice offset. You know, they're going for the sleek look on the all black version. This one is going to give you a little bit of a contrast, which I think is nice, and especially goes with the red very well. Same 57 millimeter case diameter that's been done on this. So a good looking timepiece, probably the sportiest out of the bunch. Obviously, you know, red's going to turn heads, and some of you are a big fan of that. So this is option number 2 in the American Design Machine, or as you'll hear me say, and it says on the dial, ADM, the Twin Cities. Let's take a look at the third option, which I'm calling the Hot Buy, or the Hotness Pick within the Hotness Pick, and then we'll spend an extra few minutes going over a few of the features and functionalities that come along with this brand new Twin Cities. Remember, $76.50 for the watch, $5 in shipping and handling. For those of you from Alabama, I'll do the math for you. Just kidding, come on. It's $81.50. Let's take a look at the third one. Alrighty, here is option number 3, and this is, again, the one I'm going to put you into. I'm always asked, you know, when there's multiple watches in the hotness pick, which one's the hot buy? This one is the one I'm going to put you into, the blue option. So there's a couple of different reasons why I picked this one, and even Sparky, who usually goes for the reds and the oranges, obviously, goes with this one. It's a sporty timepiece, and most of you are going to be wearing blue jeans while wearing a watch of this type. Me personally, I wouldn't throw this on with a suit and tie or a blazer or a jacket or anything like that, right? It's going to be more of a dressed down situation. Maybe you're headed out to the golf course, although you may not be playing golf in your blue jeans, but you get the idea, right? More casual. But for those of you like me that spend most of your time in blue jeans, this is going to be a great watch. The other one is, it's a very unique shade of blue. If you've been following me for a while, when I used to sell watches on TV and whatnot, I always told you I don't have a lot of blues in my collection, but what I do have are unique shades of blue, and I really like this shade of blue. It's not your traditional, you know, navy blue or royal blue or something like that. It's a much lighter, better looking, and I think it really pops and stands out very, very nicely. So you can see, again, the blue silicone strap, and obviously the markings. There's your water resistant Timezone 3, the ADM, Timezone 1, 2, and then the markings that have been done, which notice the difference between the two dials. Now here's something small a lot of you wouldn't consider. Yes, you're saving a ton of money at picking this watch up for $76. Yes, I know it's 50 cents, but it saves time, okay? You guys get the idea. 76, 50, 76. But they have to make this different than this. Now, that is an extra cost. They could have made two identical dials here, which these are, in case you can't pick up on the video. And trust me, I'm really trying to get better at this whole video stuff. We're getting there. But it is slightly textured or pebbled, antiqued maybe is a better way to say it. But it's nice to see them do that. And I think visually it gives you a nice offset. The other thing that struck me when I first looked at this watch, check out the main dial. Okay, this area here. Hopefully you can see that. You see the square pattern that's been done on there? You don't usually see that on a sportier timepiece. It's more of a flat finish that's been done on there. This particular pattern is called, and I'm going to butcher it because my French sucks, but Clos de Paris is what that particular process is known as. And it goes way back in watchmaking, and you'll see a lot of really expensive watches. Now, of course, the dial making is done in a slightly different way, but using that pattern is based off of nail heads. Nail heads back in the day weren't round. Making stuff round was, for whatever reason, and from a manufacturing standpoint, a little bit more difficult. Nail heads were actually done in a square, similar to what you see, very similar to what you see here, and sometimes with a pyramid type shape, which you'll also see done on watch dials as well. So that was a nice addition. Visually, something else that I like the way that they did this. This is a fixed bezel, right? So it's not a diving watch. It's 50 ATM, so you know you can get the thing wet. You know, you're not going to go scuba diving in it, but it's not designed for that. But usually the bezel, when marked, as this one is, and in this case it's done in the white, is done all the way around. Now what they've done here, what Matt and his team, and this is American design, by the way, that's the reason they call the company American Design Machine, because they're American design machines. Unlike some companies that you may know, they don't contract out to some of the Asian firms or individuals to come up with their watch designs, for those of you that feel that makes a difference. But you have the bezel work that only goes from the 12 o'clock to the 3 o'clock position, or 1/4, then it's blank, then it starts at 30 and goes to 45 for another quarter, and then the last quarter of the bezel is blank again. That kind of catches the eye, because you've got that, the human eye, if you've ever studied or looked into that, really looks for patterns, and when you get a break in those patterns, it kind of throws you out. It makes you kind of zero in on it. Even sometimes it's even just subconsciously. Again, I do believe that is luminescent hands done here and here on this particular model. We are talking about stainless steel instead of the black bordering on gunmetal plating, IP plating, grade A plating that's been done on this timepiece. So again, it offers a nice balance. Now, just very quickly, want to talk about some of the functionality. So again, just so you understand, for $76.50, you're getting hours, minutes, and seconds in quartz, one time zone here. You're getting hours, minutes, and seconds, one time zone here. Both of those are analog, meaning powered by a battery. Then you are getting a digital hours, minutes, and seconds for a third time zone. Day of the week, which is Friday. Month of the year, October. Calendar date, the 16th. Now, you are also getting a chronograph. Now, instructions do come with your timepiece when you purchase it, when it ships out to you from sunny Los Angeles, California. Man, they're having some floods out there, aren't they? Have you seen that in the news? Anyway, spent some time out there in Hollywood. Kind of an interesting place, but that was years ago. The instructions will be there, but it took me all of about 2 minutes just punching buttons to see what happened to figure this out. So hopefully I shall remember what's going on. So most of what you see or need is going to happen here. So the function pusher down here at this position. Oop, try to see, now I'm in chronograph mode. See how that changed? Now you're going to use the function pushers over here just like you would any other chronograph that you may, or most any other chronograph. I shouldn't say every chronograph. Stop, start, reset. So if I press the top function pusher, chronograph takes off. It does do split functionality, meaning I can hit that. Now you can see that it stopped. I can notate that and notice that it's 596. When I hit it now, it's like at 12 or 13. So it is still counting, right? So then I stop and I reset, and then I can go back here and I'm right back to my main display. I also use this button. If I press again, there's the chronograph. Now I'm into my alarm functionality. I could set that up so you can see it starts at 12 and it tells you alarm. Then you use the other function pushers to set that. You do have two options on the alarm, either an alarm sound or just a chime, and it will display that to you. You can see that in the pictures up there. It says CHI, I believe. That's for the chime. Now I'm in the time setting mode, and I can tell that because both numbers are blinking right there. And if I press it one more time, we're just back into regular normal wear, because you can see when it's the single digit only that is moving. Okay, and of course you are also getting an easy to access backlight. You just press the button. How long does that last? 1001, 1002, a couple seconds. So even if I'm wrong and they're just doing coloring there, which may be the case, please don't quote me on that. This is brand new, so I am operating, and I got that knocked out of the shot. Let's move it up a little bit. There we go. You've got easy access, very easy to read. It doesn't stay on. It's not going to kill your battery time, and you can, with the flick of a button. So if you're in a movie, whatever, and you need to see something, bang, you're good to go. So there you go. Once again, triple time zone, 1, 2, 3, Ana-Digi, hours, minutes, and seconds, hours, minutes, and seconds, hours, minutes, and seconds. Day of the week, month of the year, calendar date, alarm with 2 different modes, and a split time digital chronograph. 57 millimeter case diameter, 316L stainless steel, grade A PVD plating, 2-year warranty, 50 ATM of water resistance, all for $76.50 plus $5 shipping and handling, bringing it to a grand total of $81.50. This is a ridiculous price point. If you're in the no-buy zone, If you've just been looking for a fun knock-around watch, this is the option. Blue, the Hotness Pick within the Hotness Pick, the Hot Buy right here. You saw the red, and you've got the sleek, sexy black. Okay? That's your options. Thanks for checking it out. Got more great things coming, trying to put together another deal right now for next week, or maybe on a little Halloween spooktacular. Blah. I don't say blah for those of you that saw the movie. Anyway, that's it. Have a great weekend. Grab the color or colors of your choice. This is a rock'em sock'em knock'em down good price. $76.50 plus $5 shipping and handling. Thanks for checking it out. See you next week.